friends. Welcome to another episode of Truthful Tones. I'm your host, Mary Alice Greer, and today we'll be playing some of the very best in Southern gospel music, and I'm so glad you're with us today. To start out our show, here are the Hoppers with their latest, Glorious Appearing.
Musicians are tuning their instruments. A choir is standing in reverence. An audience gathers and waits for an opening day. Excitement is filling the atmosphere. A wonderful moment is drawing near. The time is approaching. The master is setting the stage. The curtain soon will be opening for the greatest of all, the unveiling. The morning star will shine before our eyes. The fairest of 10,000 will be worshipped by millions at the glorious appearing of the Christ.
It's a city called homeland. I can hear you calling me, oh my homeland. Oh, how sweet it's gonna be just to see you and to stand upon the shore and know I'll live there forevermore. Well, it's a city called homeland. I can hear you calling me, oh my homeland. Oh, how sweet it's gonna be just to see you and to stand upon the shore and know I'll live there forevermore.
You beckon to my loved ones and how my
my tears did flow. And though I tried, I could not hide how it hurt to see them go. But now I know that they left this world and moved to a better place. And someday soon you'll call me too, and I'll see them face to face. In the city called homeland, I can hear you calling me, oh my homeland. Oh, how sweet it's gonna be just to see you, and to stand upon the shore and know I'll live there forevermore.
Well, it's a city called
homeland.
I can hear you calling me, oh my homeland. Oh, how sweet it's gonna be just to see you, and to stand upon the shore and know I'll live there forevermore. Well, it's a city called homeland. I can hear you calling me, oh my homeland. Oh, how sweet it's gonna be just to see you, and to stand upon the shore and know I'll live there forevermore. It's a city called homeland. Oh, it's a city called homeland. I can hear you calling me, oh my homeland. Oh, how sweet it's gonna be just to see you, and to stand upon the shore and know I'll live there forevermore. Well, it's a city called homeland.
Hi, this is Jeff
And this is Sherry Easter, and you're listening to Truthful Tones.
with Mary Alice Greer.
This life is bound. We're here and then we're gone. It's but a vapor, fades away before too long. And then our sorrows, we are broken and we grieve, but there's a promise for all who believe. We will trade our goodbyes for sweet hellos. Trade every tear for joy only heaven knows. These light and momentary trials are only here below, until we trade our goodbyes for sweet hellos. Time is precious. All we have is now, so don't waste it. Make every moment count, 'cause it passes. It gently slips away, though for now it hurts. There will come a day when we will trade our goodbyes for sweet hellos. Trade every tear for joy until we trade our goodbyes. Sweet hello. We don't grieve as those who have no hope. There is comfort in what we know. We will trade our goodbyes for sweet hellos. Trade every tear for joy only heaven knows. These light and momentary trials are only here below until we trade our goodbyes for sweet hellos.
We'll be back with more Truthful Tones after this quick commercial break.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Thanks for listening to Truthful Tones. And before we move on to the next song, I want to tell you all about two concerts that are coming up in the very near future. First, on Tuesday, September the 6th, the Triumphant Quartet is going to be in Hillsboro, Indiana at the Myers Dinner Theater. They will be having two performances, one matinee starting promptly at noon with the dinner. Following will be the concert, and also of the evening, starting at 6:30, they will be having the dinner along with the concert following immediately after. And if you'd like to have ticket information or maybe purchase tickets to see Triumphant, you can go to www.myersdt.com. That's www.myersdt.com, or you can call 765-798-4902. Again, that's 765-798-4902. An opportunity to see Triumphant Quartet on Tuesday, September the 6th at noon Eastern Time and also at 6:30 Eastern Time in Hillsboro, Indiana at the Myers Dinner Theater. Likewise, on Saturday, September the 24th at 6 o'clock Central Time, Legacy 5 will be in concert at the Salem Baptist Church in Decatur, Illinois. And we're very thankful that Legacy 5 is coming back to the East Central Illinois area. And we're also thankful that Les Schluter is putting on this concert. And if you would like to have ticket information or purchase tickets to see Legacy 5, you can call Les today at 217-841-3132. Again, that's 217-841-3132. An evening with Legacy 5 on Saturday, September 24th at 6 o'clock at the Salem Baptist Church in Decatur, Illinois. Coming up next is Greater Vision with their latest song, You Are My King.
with a song of praise and a heart that is grateful and searching for ways to tell you I'm thankful for all that you are to me. When my soul is troubled, you are my peace. When I am weak, you are my strength. When others forsake me, you are my friend. When battles keep raging, you're my defense. When my heart is broken, you are my healer. When I needed saving, you were my Savior. When I come to worship, whenever I sing, you are my King. Sometimes I stop and think just where I would be if your hands of mercy had not rescued me. You give grace undeserved, unfailing love. You're always just what I need. When my soul is troubled, you are my peace. When I am weak, you are my strength. When others forsake me, you are my friend. When battles keep raging, you're my defense. When my heart is broken, you are my healer. When I needed saving, you were my Savior. When I come to worship, whenever I sing, you are my King. Lord, you are faithful, amazing, loving, unchanging. What you've been for others is what you are to me, and always will be. You are my friend. You are my healer. When I needed saving, you were my Savior. When I come to worship, whenever I sing, you are my King. When I come to worship, whenever I sing, you are my King. Lord, you are my King.
I'm looking away, beyond the dark sea, to heaven my home, of which I oft dream, There millions have gone, His glory to share, Get ready, my friend, to live over there. That heavenly home lies over Dead Sea, where loved ones I know are waiting for me. With Jesus we'll live in glory divine. That heavenly home will surely be mine. That heavenly home has mansions of light. No storm clouds will rise.
shadows of night. That city four square, the sun will outshine with all of the same. That home shall be mine. That heavenly home lies over Dead Sea, lies over Dead Sea, where loved ones I know, are waiting for me, with Jesus will live, in glory divine, that heavenly home, will surely be mine, with Jesus will live, in glory divine, that heavenly home, will surely be mine, That heavenly home, lies over Dead Sea, where loved ones I know, are waiting for me, with Jesus will live, in glory divine, that heavenly home, will surely be mine, with Jesus will live, in glory divine, that heavenly home, will surely be mine,
You're listening to Tribute Quartet with their newest, That Heavenly Home. Well, it's time for our Heritage of Harmony segment, and this week we are featuring the Kingsmen. Jim Hamill, lead singer and MC of the group for many years, was known for being one of the best MCs and singers gospel music ever had. He also had an incredible gift to tell a story. Here's a story song that he recorded some years ago called The Apple Tree Song.
I've wandered far away from God. Now I'm coming home.
A minister had just closed a revival in a huge Midwestern city. He stepped on the train on his way home and found himself seated beside a young man. For nothing better to do, he turned to the young fellow and tried to start up a conversation with him about the weather or just things in general. He noticed he didn't receive an answer, and he turned to the young man and saw the tears streaming down his cheeks. He told him then, "Son, I'm a preacher. I'm a minister. I'll be glad to help you any way I can." The young man, through his tears, proceeded to tell this story. He said, "Preacher, 2 years ago I got so mean at home that my mom and dad couldn't do anything with me. Well, one day I even went so far as to strike my father with my fist. He told me then, 'Son, we're going to have to ask you to leave home. We can't do anything with you while you're breaking your mama's heart.' Preacher, I wandered all over this country for the past 2 years. And then about 3 weeks ago, I gave my heart and life to Jesus. And I wrote my mom and dad a letter. I told them I'd be on this train. I told them I was coming home." The preacher told him, "Son, that's all well and good, but
How do you know you're going to be welcome? How do you know everything's going to be all right at home? The young man said, Preacher, we've lived beside these old railroad tracks all of my life in a little old white house. And out behind the house is a great big old apple tree. I told my mom and dad in the letter, if I was welcome home, if everything was all right, just have Dad go out back and hang a white rag right in the top of that old apple tree. And I could see it from the train. And I'd know then that everything was all right. Preacher, we're almost home. We're almost home. Would you look out the window and tell me what you see? I want to go home so bad, and I'm afraid that white rag won't be in the top of that apple tree. The preacher dusted the window of the train and looked out. Then he had a great big grin on his face. He said, Son, why you don't have a thing in the world to worry about? That old apple tree's in full blossom. Why, there's white rags hanging all over it from one end to the other. That's all I can see is white rags. And out under the apple tree, I see that gray-haired old mom and dad of yours standing there waving a big white bed sheet, saying, Come on home, son. Come on home. And you know, that's just like God. No matter how mean we've been, no matter how wicked we've been, no matter what we've done in and with our lives, all we have to do is say, Jesus, help me. Jesus, take away my sin. And He'll welcome each and every one of us home.
Open wide thine arms of love. Lord, I'm coming home.
Make sure to tune in next week as our highlighted artist will be the Wisnuts on our Heritage of Harmony segment. We'll be back with more Truthful Tones after this.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
the most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead. Some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Truthful Tones.
With thunder loud, the tempest rolled. There was no way out, and it shook my soul. There was raging on every turn. What was God teaching? What could I learn? Could it be when I am blinded by life's cold and angry rain? He is proving He'll provide each time He seems so far away. I may not understand, but I'm so glad I trusted in the Lord. For I'm still standing after the storm. When floods of doubt and winds of change toss you about and shake your faith, trust the one who knows how and why. Then when you're saved through, you'll testify. Could it be when I am blinded by life's cold and angry rain?
He is proving He'll provide each time He seems so far away. I may not understand, but I'm so glad I trusted in the Lord. For I'm still standing after the storm. Could it be when I am blinded by life's cold and angry rain? He is proving He'll provide each time He seems so far away. I may not understand, but I'm so glad I trusted in the Lord. For I'm still standing after the storm. Standing, standing. Could it be when I am blinded by life's cold and angry rain? He is proving He'll provide each time He seems so far away. I may not understand, but I'm so glad I trusted in the Lord. For I'm still standing after the storm. I'm standing on the promises of God. Could it be when I am blinded by life's cold and angry rain? He is proving He'll provide each time He seems so far away. I may not understand, but I'm so glad I trusted in the Lord. For I'm still standing after the storm. I may not understand, but I'm so glad I trusted in the Lord. For I'm still standing after the storm. I'm standing on the promises of God.
I know the story, how the shepherd slayed the giant, how Daniel didn't have a scratch 'cause you shut the mouths of lions. Like Moses at the Red Sea, Pharaoh's army closing in. I'm looking at impossible, saying, God, do it again, do it again. Like you did before, like you did back then, I'm praying, do it again. I'll be trusting, Lord, in your perfect plan. I'm waiting for you to move in a mighty way, to come and save the day. With a victory only you can win. You've done it before, God, do it again. I know you're faithful and you never will forsake me, but sometimes you want to build my faith, so you decide to take me where the mountains block my pathway and I'm close to giving in. Then I remember all the times you moved, so God, do it again, do it again. Like you did before, like you did back then, I'm praying, do it again. I'll be trusting, Lord, in your perfect plan. I'm waiting for you to move in a mighty way, to come and save the day. With a victory only you can win. You've done it before, God, do it again, do it again. Like you did before, like you did back then, I'm praying, do it again. I'll be trusting, Lord, in your perfect plan. I'm waiting for you to move in a mighty way, to come and save the day. Do it again. Like you did before, like you did back then, I'm praying, do it again. I'll be trusting, Lord, in your perfect plan. I'm waiting for you to move in a mighty way, to come and save the day. For the victory only you can win. You've done it before, God, do it again. I know you'll move in a mighty way, to come and save the day. With a victory only you can win. You've done it before, God, do it again. You've done it before, God, do it again.
And those were the Taylors with their newest single, God, Do It Again. Stay tuned for the second half of Truthful Tones, as we will have the latest from Lauren Talley when we return.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Hey!
So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm going to do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency. Who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Truthful Tones.
The noise started down in Bethlehem in the stillness of the night. King Herod tried to quiet him, but in that barn you could hear that baby cry. They couldn't shut him up, they couldn't keep him down, they couldn't stop what he was born to do. No, they tried to silence him by crucifying him. They tried to seal him in a cold dark tomb, but when it was all said and done, they couldn't shut him up. A couple times, the one in front of where he laid. His friends were looking, but they found no one. He was gone, and that stone was rolled away. They couldn't shut him up, they couldn't keep him down, they couldn't stop what he was born to do. No, they tried to silence him by crucifying him. They tried to seal him in a cold dark tomb, but when it was all said and done, they couldn't shut him up. From the stable to the Sermon on the Mount, they couldn't hush him, couldn't drown him out. They couldn't shut him up, they couldn't keep him down, they couldn't stop what he was born to do. They tried to silence him by crucifying him. They tried to seal him in a cold dark tomb. When it was all said and done, they couldn't shut him up, they couldn't keep him down, they couldn't stop what he was born to do. No, they tried to silence him by crucifying him. They tried to seal him in a cold dark tomb, but when it was all said and done, they couldn't shut him up. No, no, they couldn't shut him up. They couldn't shut him up. They couldn't keep him down. They couldn't shut him up.
From the dawning of creation, all the saints of every nation who have lived on this earth and are gone shall awaken from their slumber, rise to join that countless number on that great resurrection morn. We shall rise, we shall rise, we shall rise, we shall rise, glory light will our brows adorn. We shall rise, we shall rise, we shall rise, we shall rise on that great resurrection morn. Those who left us vacant places will be there with smiling faces, and our hearts there again will be torn. That will be a happy meeting, all our loved ones will be waiting on that great resurrection morn.
We shall rise.
We shall rise. We shall rise. We shall rise. Glory light will our crowns adore.
We shall rise.
We shall rise. We shall rise. We shall rise on that great resurrection morn.
We shall rise.
We shall rise. We shall rise. We shall rise. Glory light will our crowns adore.
We shall rise.
We shall rise. We shall rise.
On that great resurrection.
Great resurrection.
Resurrection morn.
Resurrection morn.
You're listening to The Inspirations with their latest, We Shall Rise. Stay tuned. More Truthful Tones are headed your way after this.
Hey, this is C.W. Greer. First thing in the morning, you want to know what's happening. That's why I want to invite you to join me and host Dave Gentry on the DWS Morning Show. 5 a.m. to 6:30, Dave will have agribusiness reports. I'll join him at 6:30 and we'll have news, AccuWeather, and sports, along with special guests and interesting stories. There's also quite a bit of humor along the way. Join us, Dave Gentry and C.W. Greer, on the WDWS Morning Show. Find us at News Talk 1400, also 93.9 FM, and online at WDWS.com.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
We had no idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
the most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead. Some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Truthful Tones.
Each time I couldn't see the road ahead, or let my future be determined by something somebody said. If I had let my joy be silenced every time my heart was hurt, I would have fallen short of everything God's mercy says I'm worth. I am a child of the King. I'm forgiven and redeemed. There is a solid rock on which I stand, washed in the bloody. I know I am a child of the King. Oh, and I believe it when Jesus looks at me. All he sees, he's a child of the King. Whoa, if you knew what I had been through, my regrets and my mistakes, then you would understand just why I feel unworthy of God's grace. Yet he never looked at me through eyes that judged me or condemned. He just wrapped his arms around me and said I belong to him. I am a child of the King. I'm forgiven and redeemed. There is a solid rock on which I stand, washed in the bloody. I know I am a child of the King. Oh, and I believe it when Jesus looks at me. All he sees, he's a child of the King. Whoa, washed in the blood, I know I. Washed in the blood, I know I. Washed in the blood, I know I am a child of the King. Washed in the blood, I know I am. Washed in the blood, I know I am. washed in the blood. I know I am a child of the King. I am a child of the King. I'm forgiven and redeemed. There is a solid rock on which I stand, washed in the blood. Yeah, I know I am a child of the King. Oh, and I believe it when Jesus looks at me. All he sees. When Jesus looks at me, all he sees is a child of the King. Whoa, I am a child of the King. Whoa, whoa.
Hard to believe what the world's come to. Hard to wrap my head around everything I see on the news. Hard to sit back and do nothing in all this mess. What's it gonna take to fix this brokenness?
Tired of watching politics making us enemies. Tired of seeing anger and violence spilling out in the street.
And I'm tired of addiction taking life's way too young. Oh, what's it gonna take to fix what this world's become? The answer is Jesus. The answer is love. And for everything we're needing, I believe that He will be enough. The answer is Jesus. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Time for the church to go and be salt and light. Time for us to be the hands and feet of Christ. Time to speak healing and truth wherever we go. And pour out grace and mercy because we know the answer is Jesus. The answer is love. And for everything we're needing, I believe that He will be enough. The
We live in a world that always questions if there can be a God in heaven. Every day we hear the skeptics wonder how, saying the Bible is outdated, that there's no way to explain it, and the evidence is nowhere to be found. But I see it every time I look around. I know that God is real and His glory is revealed in the heart of everyone who just believes. He still saves and changes lives, and there's no way to deny the difference that He made inside of me. It's more than just emotion that I feel. God is real. I can remember who I was, and now I'm who I am because there's a living God who came and made me new. So I'll stay with Him forever, and everything we face together is another story that will show the proof of the gospel truth. I know that God is real and His glory is revealed in the heart of everyone who just believes. He still saves and changes lives, and there's no way to deny the difference that He made inside of me. It's more than just emotion that I feel. He holds me when I'm falling. He hears me when I'm calling. He listens and He answers every prayer. It's settled and I'm sure of the reality of His love. I don't need to see His face to know He's there. I know that God is real and His glory is revealed in the heart of everyone who just believes. He still saves and changes lives, and there's no way to deny the difference that He made inside of me. It's more than just emotion that I feel. It's more than just emotion that I feel. God is real.
You're listening to The Sound with their very popular song, God is Real. Well, we've come to the end of another program, and to help end our time together, here's Gerald Wolfe with the Gospel Music Hymn Sing Gang with Everybody Will Be Happy Over There.
See over there. Let's sing it. There's a... Come on, basses.
Revelation 21:4 says, He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. And those were our Truthful Tones today. I hope you enjoyed listening to some of the very best in Southern Gospel music. We hope you'll join us again next week for more Truthful Tones. And if you would like to hear a request on this show, or maybe you have an upcoming Southern Gospel concert in the Central Illinois area, drop me a line at truthfultones@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. I'm your host, Mary Alice Greer, and until we meet again, God bless and have a great week.